Cycling as a mode of transport sounds like a dream come true. It's a low-cost, efficient workout that actually gets you someplace. So, why isn't it a more common mode of transport in Singapore?
To test this out, I tried cycling everywhere in Singapore for a week. Meaning, no public transport or cars, just cycling and walking. But before I get on the roads and be a hazard to everyone, I need to get schooled on how to be a cyclist in Singapore. I'm meeting with a veteran cyclist, Francis Chu. Francis is one of the founders of cycling enthusiast group Love Cycling SG, and he has cycled everywhere for the past almost 20 years in Singapore.
The first motivation was health. 20 years ago, I was a bit younger, and then I started to think about using bicycle as a means of transport.
So I understand that you had a car last time and you sold your car. So what made you do that?
At that time, I pay close to 2,000 per month. You can say is that if I give up the car, I will save 2,000 a month.
Actually, I cycle leisurely, like I mentioned, and I have not really cycled for commute. I wanted to find out what is it that I have to know to be a commuting cyclist.
I realized that quite a lot of leisure cyclists, they can balance the bike very well when the speed is high.
Yeah.
But when the speed is slow, they cannot balance their bike. And if that is the case, then you become a safety hazard. One exercise I would suggest people, if they want to practice their slow riding, is figure eight riding. Suppose I put a mark here, another mark here. You write a figure eight to go around these two.
Oh.
Try?
Oh, wait, hold on. Wow.
So you need to anticipate.
Okay.
With Francis's advice, I was ready to hit the roads with the bike.
So it's my first day of riding to work. I'm in my athleisure and I brought a huge bag so that I can put in all my clothes and towels. I'm trying to find a bike right now that allows me to have a basket so I can stash this bag. And also I am looking to time myself to see how long it takes for me to actually find a bike, ride, and then get to the office. No bikes here, no bikes, no bikes. Where are all the bikes? To be honest, I'm already sweating. It's so hot.
So after about 5 minutes of looking for a bike, I finally found one.
There's some bikes. Oh, I think I'm gonna go with this one. Here. Yeah. Oh my god. Let's do this. Whew. It's so hot. On the clock, it's been 12 minutes. If I had taken a train, it would have reached or Junit already, but I'm barely at Kembangan right now. It's very hot. Man, it's not easy. Oh my gosh, we made it! Okay. I think it took me 56 minutes. It's about twice the time taken in total. I would actually take on a regular commute. Finally!
After about 7 more minutes of walking, I finally got to my office.
I've made it!
I took a quick body shower and I felt more refreshed and ready to start my day.
I could get used to this. Like, I could get used to the whole coming to work early, showering, starting work. I think that's not too bad.
I had a long day of work and now it's time for me to head home.
Okay, first major issue after stepping out of the office, I realized that it is wet. It seems like it rained today. Thankfully, it's not drizzling, so I think I can still do it.
So I decided to continue my cycle home even though the bicycles were wet after the rain.
I'm just gonna use whatever tissue or cloth I can find to clean it. Oh god dang.
I guess one issue about cycling as a mode of transport is that it's not that feasible in wet weather.
My butt is wet.
Cycling at home at night seemed fine so far, but then this happened. I was crossing a small turn-in road and I did turn to the right to look for a little before I crossed the road, but I think I didn't look far enough behind to see a car speeding into the turn.
Oh my god, oh my god.
Thankfully, the rest of the ride went well and I made it to get dinner.
My food, it's back on my bike, and then home. So this took me roughly $2 and 242 grams of carbon saved. Well, the carbon all came from this, my sweat. Guess it's a late dinner kind of day, and see you tomorrow.
The next 2 days went pretty smoothly. I even decided to wear something formal since I had a meeting at work. And maybe because the weather was pretty cooling that day, I didn't find myself having to change out of my blazer. As I familiarized myself with the road, I also managed to get to cycle to work faster.
I took less time than yesterday actually. That is 36 minutes. But also $2. Still kind of expensive if you think about it. So made it to the office and I don't have to bathe because I am in my formalish outfit already, but yeah. Sometimes being a law-abiding citizen is really hard. Oh, yes.
My cycling route to work is relatively smooth except for a few rows of shop houses where the garbage bins block the pavement route. I am crammed between that and an oncoming road of traffic. Not the safest, I must say.
But what makes a good cycling city? There's a Global Bicycle Cities Index that actually ranks cities out of 6 main factors: weather, safety, cycling infrastructure, percentage of bicycle usage, bike sharing, and events catered to cyclists such as a no-car day. So where do you think Singapore ranks out of these cities? Out of 90 cities, Singapore actually ranked 52, which means we're a little on the worst half of that list.
Makes sense, because a 2014 study said that less than 2% of commuters chose to cycle as their primary mode of transportation. I'm meeting someone from the LTA's Active Mobility arm to find out how the government is making the infrastructure in Singapore better for cyclists.
Hi Tianwen, thanks for meeting me today.
Tianwen has been part of a special department in the LTA focused on encouraging active mobility modes such as cycling in Singapore.
So we are expanding the existing cycling path network from 580 km to around 1,300 km in 2030.
The extended cycling paths are in more than 10 regions around Singapore. It's one of the initiatives to make the cycling experience here better overall.
As you can see, the crossing is also widened, cater for higher pedestrian and cyclist flow.
For the cyclists to wait here and then...
Yeah, wait here and look out for the traffic before they cross.
I see, okay.
So near the access, we'll also put in the rumble strip as well as logo markings to slow down.
Okay, yeah, so that was quite a seamless trip, I would say. I saw a lot of people actually avoiding the biking paths where it was designated for bikers, so everybody walked on the other side.
Yes, that's the outcome that we want to see. Yeah, we are also doing the end-of-trip facilities like bicycle parking.
So like here, right?
Yeah, like here. So this is actually one of the initiatives where we convert 2 of the car park lots in historical area into bicycle parking. So these bicycle parking lots can actually accommodate around 20 bicycles.
Ooh, more efficient use of space, yes.
Apart from that, we also had the grant to actually support the developers to provide end-of-trip facilities as well. For example, they can provide bicycle parking, shower, locker, and also other bike-related facilities like bike repair station.
Ooh,
yeah.
In the building itself.
In the building itself.
I guess it's heartening to know that the government is actively trying to support cycling and make it better as a mode of transport overall. But if I'm to make my cycling experience even better in the long run, I might want to rethink sharing bikes.
And look at this. That's really disgusting.
And the cost of each trip seems to actually make me spend more per commute than I would on public transport. So today I've got a personal bike on loan from a friend.
I'm hoping that it will actually allow me to travel faster to work today since I don't need to actually go look for a bike, and I can just straight away cycle from my house all the way to the door of the office. So 心静自然凉, guys. I'm calm. I'm cool. This slope. Why do I do this to myself? This uphill is a struggle. PCM, my best friend. So time check. It's been 22 minutes. Sorry. No, thank you. So I reached the door of my office and it took me about 39 minutes to get here. Honestly, that's about 15 to 20 minutes less than I would usually take. And I think it's because I feel like I could go faster on this bike.
So maybe I've been doing it wrong and a personal bike is the way to go. This bike that I'm using costs $219 from Decathlon, but without a bike, I would usually spend about $4 a day on public transport. So I would have to ride everywhere for about 55 days to offset the cost of the bike, and then after that, the bike would basically be free. Girl math.
You can do it.
But if I'm already struggling in 1 week of cycling,
I am not a fit girly. Okay, I'm just not.
can I really do it for 2 months?
I'm not gonna do this ever again. Here. Hello. I'm all the way here. I'm so sorry I'm late.
To see if this is truly sustainable, I'm going to meet someone who has been cycling to work for years.
Wei Ming, thanks for being here today.
Wei Ming has been cycling consistently to work for 7 years over distances way longer than mine.
The furthest route I've done is 20 kilometers from like Clementi to Mountbatten,
So you ride 20k every day. How long do you think?
or maybe 1 hour.
1 hour.
Yeah.
Wow.
It seems like cycling on the road is the faster route for commuting cyclists. But I've never rode a bike on the road before.
If you don't drive, it can be quite daunting to ride on the road. But I think ultimately as a cyclist, you have to remember that actually no one's trying to kill you, especially on the road. Okay, most accidents happen because maybe you ride like unpredictably.
Yeah.
Do you have a driver's license?
No.
Oh.
Okay, wait. Are you reconsidering your...
No, I'm just thinking how to make it safe for you.
me,
Yeah, yeah.
okay.
All right, I'm scared, but
The more you scared, the more you scared.
okay, I'm not scared now.
You're the pro here.
I'm very calm. Okay,
let's do this.
To see if I can be a long-term cyclist like Wei Ming, I'm trying his daily route to work. And going to try to conquer a big road for the first time today.
Whoa!
I was really nervous at first, but as I rode along, I started to gain more confidence and enjoyed myself.
It's actually really fun. Yeah, it's so fast eh.
And I also got to learn some important road cycling rules from Wei Ming.
Stop to do what?
It's a BMW, so lucky it's not.
Yeah. Ooh la la. Oh my god, that was so scary.
Hi, we made it.
Yeah, oh my gosh, made it. I'm alive. Yeah. Well, that didn't feel that bad. Whew, so that took us about like 40 minutes.
Yeah, around there.
So I think that the route was actually not as bad as I expected. But I think like you said, as long as I keep to the shoulder and everything, it felt actually pretty safe. Like,
I mean, like technically it's not a shoulder, it's just like on the left
Yeah,
side
on the
of
left
the
side of
left
the lane,
lane.
left side of the left lane.
But then like as much as possible, don't inconvenience other road users. If you want to ride on the road, I would say like if you can do 25 at least.
Right.
But if you're a new cyclist, below 20 kilometers per hour, even though you're legally entitled to be on the road, maybe you shouldn't do it.
I think some of the parts where you said, oh, this actually you're supposed to stop here and take a look. If I was on my own, I probably would have like not seen that sign.
I see, yeah.
And just be like, oh, to me it looks fine, and I just go. Like you say, if you're a very like avid cyclist and then you start to learn the rules, actually it's a very doable.
Yeah, it's very doable.
Now, if you're a driver, what are some of the tips that you can share with drivers like on the roads?
I think really being respectful, giving like a 1.5 meter distance, I think that's ideal.
I think it's like to let drivers know like, okay, I know we can be annoying, but we are also legally allowed to be here, so let's just make it safe for everyone.
But not everyone has had a good experience cycling long distances in Singapore. This is Varric, and he has a YouTube channel about transportation and cycling in Singapore.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I'd like to get you excited about Silver Zone, Singapore's first owner. I believe that there's so much more that can be done to make Singapore a better cycling city. When I was cycling 17, 18 years old, and then there are like all these cars passing by me, very, very close to me, and I got super scared. And sometimes they're like micro road rage, like people wind down their windows and say nasty stuff to me. Well, I guess people are just not used to seeing bikes yet.
Do you feel that actually cycling should be a mode of transport in Singapore?
Yeah, definitely. So for me, I see cycling as a first and last mile too, if it's part of a bigger ecosystem. So for example, you can cycle to a train station or like a bus stop and just hop on public transport, take it for a while and then walk the last mile or cycle the last mile.
Interesting you should mention this because today I actually have a challenge that I wanted us to do. We're right now in Tampines.
Yep.
I'm thinking we can try to do this multimodal travel that you're talking about. While we're doing that, we'll actually have our crew member who will be taking the public transport and we'll see who reaches there first. Does that sound good? No way.
This is unfair, look at them. I'm just here walking, alone.
Left. That's nice, huh?
Oh, okay. I see the MRT. Are they already on the train? I don't know.
Very good.
City Hall.
I'm gonna reach faster than them. Oh my god, I can't believe this. Why?
All fenced up. Oh, why? Minor roadblock, but we're still good.
I'll push it back.
Oh, okay. Okay, looks promising. Looks like we got here first!
Yay.
Right now it is 9:38, so we took about 40 minutes to get here. But yeah, let's see how long she takes. Hello!
I got lost. Why is there no sign of Esplanade? Is Esplanade Bayfront? It's leading to nearby city hall.
Which exit do I take to go Esplanade? One more stop. To Bayfront? Oh my god, it's Esplanade. No, Bayfront, sorry.
Oh, look at the Esplanade. How can I not know?
I don't know what I am.
I am here. Hi. I got lost. The conclusion is actually train is faster. It's just that I'm stupid.
So our journey took about 40 to 50 minutes. One thing though I felt about the trip was that carrying my bike was really heavy. So I feel like that really affected how fast we can get on and off the trains.
Oh, and there's also a physical road closure.
Right, yeah.
I think the best thing we can do is to just get on the bike. Basically leading by example, we show people that hey, you can cycle. It's possible, it's a feasible mode of travel. Congrats on getting started.
Let's see if I continue this, okay? So it is the last day of my cycling everywhere experiment, but it's the first day that I'll be doing this in a dress. It is my friend's wedding today, and it's kind of a high-stakes situation because I'm the MC for today, but I have to get there on time and still look presentable, so let's see how it goes.
Almost immediately after getting ready to ride on, it started drizzling and I had to turn back. I ended up calling a cab because I couldn't risk being late for the wedding. Thankfully, I made it on time and dry, but I can't imagine what would have happened if it started to rain while I was cycling.
So I'm done with my wedding activities for the day. It has also stopped raining, so I think I might attempt to cycle home this time. My last ever ride for the week. I'm actually really enjoying my ride home because it rained just now, so the weather is actually really cool right now. Honestly, I'm not even putting in effort. I'm riding at a really leisurely pace. It's a big slope. It was still tiring, but I didn't feel as exhausted and out of breath as I normally would have. So, interesting. I rode back and parked my bike. Honestly, it was a much better experience than I expected. I only took 23 minutes, which was a little bit better than 25 minutes set on Google Maps. But you know what else is a benefit? $0 because I rode under 30 minutes. It didn't even count as any money. So I basically got this ride for free. So train to the station and then ride home, or ride one station and it's only gonna be $0. Amazing. Thank you, Annabella. They didn't sponsor this. It is the end of my 7-day cycling journey and I had such an adventure. I cycled almost 85 kilometers in total and spent more money than I actually expected. But would I do this again? Well, if I consider the pros and cons that I've experienced the past few days, I would say actually yes. But, and only but, if I don't have to be anywhere in a rush, if the journey is less than 5 kilometers, and if I don't have to turn out super fresh. I think the mental health benefits of riding is experiencing the scenery and greeting people in the morning, as well as the health aspect of being able to squeeze a little workout even in a busy schedule, is a plus for me. So I'll definitely incorporate this into my journey of transport everywhere, but not every day because I can't handle that. And occasionally, maybe, yes, why not?